Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Thursday morning meeting in this series of reminding you of being in your power and helping you to do that. Today, the topic is the power of the pause. Now, I have to just let you know straight off the bat that I have a visitor in the room with me. I have a blowfly who I have not been able to get rid of, try as I might. So you might hear it. And when it's active, it's quite active. So just so that you know, it's here with me. And I thought, well, there's something symbolic there, either for me or for all of us, something about the symbolism of the blowfly. If you get a chance to look it up, let me know in the comments what it is. I'd love to know, and whether it's relevant to you. So the power of the pause. Well, there is nobody alive in 2020 that has not had a first-hand experience of the power of the pause on a collective stage, and I'm sure in each one of our lives. So what have we seen collectively? We've seen global pauses, we've seen industry pauses, we've seen really almost the whole planet at different points, certainly at the beginning of the year, kind of almost come to a complete standstill. And what have you seen around you? We've seen some people really struggle with that, and some people really embrace that. We have seen some people do a complete reevaluation of their life. Certainly me and the people that I've had around me, I've heard a lot of talk about wanting to move, quite big changes in people, in where that people had thought they want to live, actually wanting to live somewhere different. People doing quite big reevaluations of where they work, how they work, the structure of their family, their financial structure. And that's a really beautiful example of the power of the pause. So within our own minds, within our own lives, and collectively, there is a power, an enormous power in a pause. How can it help us individually? Anytime we pause, this is why I'm always saying to you, take a breath. The breath brings a pause in. Okay, and then if you can extend that, if you naturally always choose a breath, you bring in a pause. And then if you can extend, the longer you can extend that pause out from what? From anything. From a thought, from a conversation, from a reaction, from anything that you encounter, from a feeling, anything that you encounter. If we go straight from, let's call anything that we encounter or a thought or something that we experience, let's call that a trigger. If we go straight from trigger to response, we are guaranteed that that will be unconscious. It will be autopilot. And you can be pretty much guaranteed it will most likely be ego, a fear response, an ego response, an old pattern response. So trigger occurs, response without a pause. Response without a pause is unconscious. And that is why, if we look at the collective again, because we've had no pause, because this is the first pause in certainly maybe since World War II, that it's a global pause. This is the first time that we've stopped running on the treadmill. This is the first time that collectively we've stopped long enough to breathe, to pause, and to just assess, and then to react differently. And that's what the pause brings you. The pause brings you the opportunity to choose differently, to choose your power, to choose love instead of fear, to choose your right mind and your wiser self instead of ego. That's what the power of the pause does. It allows for change. It allows for conscious reaction. It allows for choices and options. So today, as you move through your day, at any time, pair it together with a breath whenever you think about it or when you encounter something. Let's say that you encounter something that makes where you would normally go into a response. The phone rings, the alarm goes off, a particular person messages you, something pops up on your social media feed, something gets said at work, a particular word that is making you have a certain reaction at the moment. You hear it, put in the breath, and then, so the practical tip for today, remembering that in that pause is my power. To lengthen that pause out, the practical tip for today is, and then say, I'll decide what this means. I'll decide what this means. And even if it's something that you think, I know what it means, it always means the same thing. So a particular person's calling, I always know what they're calling about. A particular person wants you to do something, I always know, I know what they're going to want. I know what that's about. I know what Daniel Andrews means when he says that. I know what this is going to mean. I know anytime you think that, you are really repeating patterns and you are on an auto loop. And unless you have very consciously chosen how you want to respond to that, you are going to be responding to it from the past and from a very limited perspective, right? I know what my mother means by that. I know what my brother means by that. I know what she wants from me. I know what he will want me to do. I know what that means when they say that. That's what happens if we don't put a pause in and we just respond. So today, a breath, and then I'll decide what this means. And you need go no further than that. Just putting that in makes your ego go, okay. And it helps you to separate yourself out from your ego and from that old patterning of responses, and allows you to choose differently. Today, you don't even have to choose differently. You don't even have to be able to answer that question. Just putting the pause in puts you back in your power, opens up some options for you, helps to see things differently. Okay, so today, this is where your power lies. This is the thing that you can action today to help you reach for your power. And the practical tip of today is breathe. I decide what this means. And you only need to say that, and then you can walk off, or you can turn the telly off, or you can whatever. I'll decide what this means, and just allow that power of the pause. Okay. So I'm testing up, and what's showing up next is for us to do our next activation of chakras today. Today it's the heart chakra. When I say activation, if you haven't watched the others, it's just a very quick, just a very simple tune in and connect to that chakra and bring some golden light to it. Today we are working with the heart chakra, just in our way up from each chakra. So today, heart chakra, which is just sort of here, middle of your chest. You can pop your hand on it. I'll get you to close your eyes as you have each morning, and this will just take a few minutes if you are getting ready for work or getting ready for something. Get you to close your eyes and take a nice deep conscious breath in through your nose and breathing out. And as you breathe out, just relax. Another nice deep conscious breath in. And as you breathe out, take your focus down your legs and to your feet that are on the ground. I want you to connect in and see, feel and sense a golden light from the center of the earth beaming up, flowing up from the center of the earth and into your feet. It's moving up your legs. See this golden light filling your legs and then going into the base of your spine. It fills and swirls up into your lower torso, your lower abdomen, around your belly button area, and then it fills up your torso into your heart area. Take a nice deep breath in and feel that golden light filling up your whole body, up to your heart area, up to your heart chakra. And then I want you to feel, sense and see yourself beaming golden light out of your chest. Beaming out from the center of the earth up through your body and beaming out through your chest, through your heart chakra. And I want you to say, I feel into my power. I feel into my power. Okay, nice deep breath in. Relax your shoulders, circle your shoulders a little bit, and when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. I want you to do that today. You can pair that with the practical tip if you want. as different things occur, or when you think of it, anytime you think of it, take a breath. It will help you be in your now. It will help you be in your power, connect with your power. Pairing that maybe with, I decide what this means. And then maybe for a moment, close your eyes and I feel into my power, and really feel and connect with your power today. Place your hand on your chest and really feel and connect in with your power. Feel it in your body. Let's start embodying our power. Where do you feel it? Where does it need flowing to? Where can you send it? Where can you beam it from? Really focus on that heart chakra area and feeling into your power today. Okay. As with each morning, there's an oil and some cards. The oil I tested up prior to pressing record, and it was black pepper, which has tested up so much lately. So many of the morning lives that we're all joining in on Facebook, black pepper. For so many client sessions recently, black pepper. Now the message of black pepper is assertive energy, but that is not what is tested up specifically for us today. The message specifically for you, for me, for all of us today is this, and it is a quote by Socrates. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Actually, that fits in so beautifully with what I was saying before. So someone texts or someone rings or something happens, or you see on the news or in the media or something, certain things being said, and you think, well, I know what that means, and I don't like it, and I don't want it to be like that, and I'm frustrated by that, and I wish it was different, and I wish that person was different, and I wish I had a different relationship with that person, and I wish I could create this differently, and I wish my bank account was different, and I wish my job was different, and I wish a million things maybe. And instead of fighting the old, instead of fighting where we currently see ourselves, which is actually the old, I mean, we're looking at the old, we're looking at the crumbling, we're looking at what is falling apart, we're looking at, this already is the old. But in so many ways, even in our own lives, instead of fighting the old, let's focus all of our energy on building the new. How do we do that? We put in a pause. We take our power in that pause. I decide what this means. I'll decide what this means. And we put in that pause, and it allows, instead of going into that autopilot, for something new to be created, for change to be created and experienced by us. Okay. The card deck that has shown up today, and it showed up that I needed to choose it while I was recording, is the Flower of Life cards, Wisdom of Astar by Denise Jarvie. Jarvie. Beautiful card deck. Okay, and I'm going to shuffle through and ask, what do we need to know? Okay. Oh, this one. Wow, they all, like a whole hand just flew out. We're like, pick me. Okay. Inspired Action. Beautiful picture. These are such beautiful cards. Let me put that there so you can focus on that there. These are such beautiful cards. I highly recommend them, and they're beautiful. Let me read this out to you, what it says on the back. Get into alignment and your action will be enlightened and inspired. Different vibrations will inspire different actions. If you're feeling tired, your inspired action will be to rest or sleep. If you're feeling love, you'll be inspired to loving actions inward and outward. So you will think loving thoughts and do things that will emulate love in your day. Difficulties arise when we demand of ourselves things that don't match our current vibration. Everything happens energetically before it occurs physically. If you try to do it the other way around, you will feel frustrated, sad, and defeated. Get into the feeling you think you will feel when you have the thing that you desire, and your inspiration to create more of the same will come to you. So relevant to now, because there are so many people right now pushing against how they're feeling, thinking they should be feeling differently, or they should be creating something when they're not, or they shouldn't be okay when they are. This card is really reminding us, just get your actions in alignment with what you're feeling. Act from an inspired action that's in alignment with your energy. It's where our power lies. Okay, that's it for today. That's all that's testing up for today. I say that's all. So, some good advice to go on for your day. Wishing you an empowered day, wishing you a beautiful Thursday. Thank you for being here. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what's helpful. Let me know what resonates. Let me know how you're finding the tips. And please share it with anybody that you feel will benefit. Much love.